Sponsored by Fletcher's Flies, along with Salt Rights and Industry Portage. Yo, what's up everyone? This is Tanaka of Wish4Fish. So one thing I noticed this weekend is I was fishing in the same little stretch as 3 other fishermen. And this is where I think matching the hatch can be very critical. Along the same stretch, there was 3 other fishermen there, and I caught 4 really nice fish on the dry fly, but the other fishermen got skunked. Now, whether was it the size of the fly, was it the type of fly, was it the presentation, was it all 3? So, these are the kind of things that you want to put into consideration. Things that you can do is try to use a net seine and get a sample of what exactly is on the water. Now, what I do is I do try to get some, I do have a net seine. I do try to get a sample of what's in the water. Not only that, but I even compare when I throw my fly out there, the size it is compared to the other things floating on top of the water. I want to look at the color of the things that are floating on top of the water. I was not only catching them in the middle of the seine, but I was also catching them in slack water. So that's another thing you might want to take a look at. Casting it into some eddies and some slower moving water. Larger fish want to be lazy, okay? They don't want to expend a lot of energy fighting the current. They want to be in a nice place where they could just sit flies without having to work really hard at it. So that's one thing you might want to consider, looking for slower moving waters around some eddies, around some cuts, maybe around the bend. There's a little jut out on the side, on the bank. Those are some really nice spots. So some things you might want to consider if somebody around you is catching fish and you're not, is changing something up. Obviously, you're not doing something right, and that person is. Now, it could be your fly, it could be your presentation, it could be both. So, don't be afraid to ask the person. Be nice about it, just be like, hey, excuse me, sir, what fly are you using, if you don't mind me asking, or something like that. If not, if you don't want to bother your fellow fly fishermen, then maybe just change it up yourself. Change the size, change the type. And more so than the fly, I want to say that presentation is more critical. Instead of throwing it upstream, throw it downstream. Maybe throw it directly across. Throw in an extra mend. Maybe do a reach cast. There's certain things that you can do to change the presentation of your fly. And sometimes that helps out more so than changing your fly. Another thing you might want to work on is your casting. Putting the fly right on the money can make or break catching that rising fish. The particular place where I was casting to this weekend was across a seam of faster moving water into a slow pool of water. I had just a small window to cast directly where I wanted the fly and get a drag-free drift. I also had to throw some quick mends in there so that the current wouldn't take it away right away. And I just had a couple seconds of drag-free drift. Now, if I wasn't able to not only reach the other side of the stream, not only that, but able to get it exactly where I wanted it, and to throw the mends in there, I wouldn't have gotten the drag-free drift. There were times where I would cast it out there and then I'd get ignored, but when I would get it perfectly on the money, I knew when they were going to hit it. Matter of fact, you'll see on one of the catches, I basically counted it down because I could see that my fly was moving perfectly right across the rise, and boom, he hit it. So definitely an accurate cast can also be a huge factor in catching that fish. So one thing I'd like to do is give a shout out to some of my fans. Recently, they've been getting in touch with me on social media. So I have a couple right here. Dylan actually sent me a letter and some flies, which is really cool of him. But he says, "Thank you for all the help. Thank you for being such a big inspiration. You have created a new fly fisherman for life. Keep up the great work with your videos and fly fishing. Good luck and tight lines." Thank you very much, Dylan. And also on Instagram, Chris_pick11 says, "Caught some brook trout and some brown trout on streamers. Thanks for all the info on the streamers." and you're welcome. I'm glad that you enjoyed the videos and were able to catch some fish. Also from Instagram was Berkeley_Hayden. Thanks for the 2 quick mends and the snap jigging tip. It worked instantly and I was able to land this nice bow. You're welcome, Berkeley. And thank you for the fans out there that have been getting in touch with me. If you'd also like to get in touch with me via Facebook, Instagram, or even on email or YouTube, send me your story and I'll be happy to share it. Anyway, catch you guys on the water. A good tip for fighting fish is you notice that I'm not holding the rod tip straight up in the air and I'm using a lot of side pressure. You could exert a lot more force using side pressure. Also, by changing the direction of his head, tires him out much quicker.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous fish. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous fish right here.
So this is what I was talking about earlier. I had the perfect cast, I did a quick mend, and I had a really nice drift, and I knew he was going to take it. Got him!
Ooh! Actually, whoa! He's not ready. Oh, damn it. Oh.
Now if you look closely here, I'll do the slightest little reach cast.
Just get by real quick.
Now, of course, my phone started ringing right here, and it's actually a song, so in order to avoid copyright infringement, I had to cut the audio.
Oh yeah, another nice one. Ooh, that sucker just took off.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do, because I'm constantly updating new footage all the time. So you could do so by clicking this right here. Also, check out our website at www.wish4fishtv.com. You could also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Wish4Fish TV. Thanks a lot, guys, and catch you guys on the water.